Oh, well, I'd have to say I goofed that one. I deleted the wrong thing from the show at the time as I was leading into it. So I'm starting straight away now, which is interesting, but that's okay. I'm just going to be checking in the background that I am actually live on my Ros Bounty page. So you might hear an echo in a sec. And I'm also just double checking. No, I've got it muted. No, I haven't. Yeah. So, all fine, all fine. So we're here on a Sunday morning at 8 o'clock in South Australian time. So that's Adelaide time. So that's Australian Central Daylight time. Wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining in and being part of watching this wonderful, well, I love doing it. It's the guidance that I share with you as far as the Lenormand deck of cards that I like doing every morning. So we're here on a very cold, it is a very cold morning. It's very wet. It's already been raining. I'm giving a bit of a weather report. So now, just as a reminder, good morning, Kathy. How are you? For those who are on the cross-posted pages, you'll need to look at, trying to get it right, you'll need to be on the mytimetv.live page to have your comments coming up where I can see them so that I can put them on the screen like this and say good morning. And it's cross-posted to my Ros Bounty page, the Hypnosis Plus with Ros page, and I'm just trying to think what the other one was. Whether it is the Live Video Hub, I'm not sure. It is live streaming at the same time. That's the simulcasting type thing into YouTube, into my YouTube channel. So it's wet there too. Yeah, I'm going to have a happy Sunday because I'm going to have a bit more of a relax, do a little bit of what I feel like doing, and then there is a very interesting evening coming up for me. So I'm going to enjoy that too. So I'm going to switch around now to the cards, and then I shall take down the, oh, by the way, that scroller thing is the link to where you can actually book my services. I don't even know whether I've got that on the live sales. It doesn't matter. What we've got, the deck that I use is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. It is the Lenormand or Lenormand deck of cards that I use. And for those who are familiar with what I'm doing, for those who aren't, it isn't a tarot deck. It's actually, Lenormand is something that is unique to that particular deck style. It was created, a little bit of time ago. Mademoiselle Lenormand or whatever, French, used to play it a lot and I think that's why the label has become Lenormand or Lenormand as a deck name. I'm finding that glare from outside a bit distracting. Just going to put a folder in front of the window just so it takes that glare away, and it might make it easier to see the cards a bit. Yep, I'm finding that, aren't I? Yeah. So what we've got is our 5-card spread, the layout that we've been using. I just missed the center of that. I want to get all of the cards in. I did have it, I must have bumped it. So it's the workspace energy we've got there, the home space here with the child, the birds up the top, or the owls is in the unexpected. We have the moon in your role, and right in the center we've got the tower. So where we've got the anchor, as I mentioned, this is the workspace. So it's being able to actually put our teeth into something so that we're anchoring into it. If you imagine an anchor is something that is very portable, mobile, in a boat, you can move around wherever you want to, but once you've put it in and got it held in the base, like the ocean bed, or held in the ground, or wrapped around the tree, or whatever, especially if you're mooring with a houseboat. We found that it's you're there, you're stable. So what I'm feeling with this is that we're actually getting the message that we are finding the stable waters. We're finding that stability in our workspace and place, so that you can actually concentrate on what you're doing and have that fun. In the realms of, if you put it to the analogy of fishing, you're actually able to concentrate on what you're doing with your rod. Good morning, Rena. How are you? And we've got Tracy. You're over on my Ros Bounty page, because I actually am able to monitor that one this morning as I'm going. So it's lovely to see you there. Just as a quick reminder, over on that mytimetv.live link, that's where you'll see, it's where I can see to bring up the comment like I just showed Rena's. So it's time to actually get into concentrating again on doing the task to hand in your workspace. So I love how, like, that's the cloudy skies as well as a bit of a rough sea, and I can imagine that our Boomer Beach over the back here of me would be pretty roaring with the rolling waves, because it is that type of weather today. I've just got the tiniest touch of sunshine being seen through a cloud, but the rest of it is rainy and cloudy, like it's depicting there. But it doesn't mean you can't do what you need to be doing if you're working today. Hi, Caitlin. Nice to see you here too. So lovely to have you on my Ros Bounty page. If you want to, don't forget you can actually have your comments seen on screen if you come over to mytimetv.live. We've got the child here. Oh, thank you. So a little earlier, just reading your message. Good, thank you. Up a little earlier than I prefer a Sunday morning, but I likely get more achieved. Absolutely. Well, I've been up since 5:30, so that's been 2.5 hours already. I just couldn't go back to sleep. I suppose the rain woke me up, and it is like with what we've got in our home space and the child, it actually is with anticipation, I suppose, and that, this is a book that's been opened that has all the possibilities of storyland, fantasyland, whatever we like to dream up. And I'm feeling that with that one, like the child being there in our home space, it really is about discovering with family, spending time with your kids if you have young kids, being able to, express yourselves as well as hear what their stories are in that expression, because it's wonderful that they actually, it's the excitement that you can gain from that childlike energy if you don't have children in your home space at the moment, but grandchildren or whatever. It really is that excitement and watching them, even just discovering new things around and about them. It's not real clear, the depiction in that. I'll just try and hold it up so that it is a bit clearer what's in that card. You can just see all the toys and the detail of building blocks and toy blocks and dice and a spinning top there and a doll and all sorts of gems in that story that's about to be created or discovered by the child. And we can do that in our home space in many different ways as well. Yeah, I like that. Like you've broken the numbers down for the numerology, brought them in together. Wonderful. You're looking at the 9. Just trying to think. Now, the order of them would be the 9, the Jack, the 7, the 8, and the 6, as far as the energy of this actual spread goes, because we are reading them in that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it doesn't really matter because it's all connected and not always in a sequence anyway of how we like it, because these energies are different energies that we're describing. So, yeah, so true. It is the love chatting with your adults and how they're growing up. They are such beautiful cards, Rena. That's why I'm using them. And the sunshine has burst forward because the light has really lightened the cards, hasn't it? Right. So with the child, that's what our family, our home space is today. I'm feeling very strongly that it is around family and connecting with that childlikeness within, if you're not doing anything specifically family oriented, but actually, reflecting and feeling the energy of what that love is within family. And sometimes that love can be very trying because it tries us. Because it's not always love and light, but it is still that we have love for our families, in our families, whether we really understand the depth of that or not. Okay, so what we're going to next is the third card. So it's 1, 2, 3, the unexpected. Okay, and the unexpected in today's spread is the bird card. Now this, because we're using the expanded edition, is the owls. So that further expands on that communication. The base energy around this, the birds, is communication and getting that information out and shared and whatever. And this is with wisdom. We're actually adding that extra depth with it being the owl card. We know just from tradition and myth that the owl as totem, the owl as a symbol, is around wise owl, wisdom, and really looking at things. It can be just stopped at wisdom and hang on, knowledge. Knowledge is just that until you put it into action to become that wisdom that you're sharing. So that's what I wanted to express around that. And it does feel like that's what's going to be a fairly large part of our day, is that unexpected part of it, having those little gems of wisdom that we're going to be able to share. Because we do a lot of interaction with other people for most of us, and especially if you're going to be working, you could be working in with other people in that respect too, and communicating. Make sure that what you're saying is actually good stuff. Not that it has to be absolutely everything throughout your day, that it's got to be the good stuff, but you're certainly going to hear some of those gems of wisdom, and you're certainly going to be able to pass on some of those yourself as well. And sometimes we don't even know who we're going to be influencing in our day, what word is going to particularly mean something really special to another. But having that awareness, I suppose, that words are a vibration and energy that do matter, and being mindful of that and how we speak with each other. What we've got in our role, it is the moon. So I think it is partly that reflecting, because to me the moon is it's the sunlight reflection. So it's the masculine with the sunlight because of the strength, the feminine with the softness of the moonlight. So it's I wouldn't say it's two extremes, but it is. It's two of what balances out in that light spectrum, and how we actually deal with our energies around the moon light, and giving that gentleness to our interactions through the day, that reflectiveness, and moving through some of now what are those inner questions that we can ask ourselves sometimes around. What am I learning from this in my day? If, for instance, somebody's words actually have an effect on you and you're wondering, what the heck does that mean? What am I meant to be learning today that's actually going to add to my pathway of growth, improving myself, understanding myself better, and all of those sorts of inner questions that you might have. It's part of the mechanism, I suppose. The ordinariness was a word that just popped into my head. What we might feel as ordinariness in our daily life is actually something very special. The mechanism that we work by is completely and totally bespoken to us. It's not something anybody else can work for us, can have understanding of, because another person cannot fully understand where your understanding is from, what you've experienced in those infinitesimal details of your life. And so, of course, there's not going to be 100% understanding from another, but it certainly is that you can understand that 100% as much as you can for you, because that's the aspect that we do live in our lives from, is that central us. But in that, we can still fit in like the jigsaw puzzle with others in our lives to create that full picture. And hi, Tracy. I can see that you've just popped into my Ros Bounty page. That's lovely. Nice to see you here this morning. Yeah, so so you've got some little comments that you've put up too, Fiona. I just love showing these little row of hearts. Always do. Thank you for that. And was it a half moon last night? I didn't go out in the evening to check the moon out, really. I suppose because it was cold and damp, and I just stayed inside, as a lot of the time I do. But anyway, we're all here to be our unique beings, and part of that is here's our outcome. We've got this structure that is the tower. As an outcome, is that going to be reflective of you? Good morning, Sharon. We've got the reflection of the light and your role, and outcome being we've got a lot of light there too. It's the tower almost comes forward as being a mighty structure, and we are really a mighty structure of the cells and tissues and all that is the physiology of a body, but we're also that inner structure of what is our soul, that spirit, mind, what's almost unexplainable. Well, I suppose really some of it is unexplainable, and we can keep building on that, who we are. Oh, I just noticed the change in the light there as I moved that. So what I'm feeling as far as for an outcome goes, it does feel like there's some solid foundation. It's like there's stability and stableness really set well in the ground feeling with this. So here we've got the water. So that's a lot to do with emotions too, the water. But we've got that we can up and move wherever we need to for the purpose of the moment. But as an outcome, we've actually got the stability and that stable feeling of earth. Having that tower built on an earth, it just feels like there is some stability around our day-to-day. And by the end of the day, we'll feel that settledness and having that. It's almost a confirmation that, gee, everything's really going well. It's in its right path. I'm meant to be here. And for a purpose, for a time, it's having that length of time. It just feels really good as far as that energy that's sitting with me as I'm reading this and feeling that energy. It's almost like you can breathe out and just rest in your space and have that beautiful workings of what is your thoughts, your feelings of what is happening around you right now. The reflection, the bringing that wisdom in. And it's not over analyzing things, it's allowing as well some of that flexibility, because we can, with that anchor being there, and just the wonderment of discovery of new things. So that's a bit of a summary of what our card spread is for this morning's, what I'm feeling. So thank you very much for sharing your time with me as I'm sharing my time with you to actually, I like the fact it's my time TV.live too, that we can share our ideas together, the interpretations. As I read through them, I'm sure that you've had some little spark of something that's been given to you as a message. If you haven't, just allow, some of those thoughts that pop into your head to actually say something to you, really, and bring that forward as part of your guidance for your day as well. Because I just love to know, and that feeling of knowing that you're learning more and more as you're moving through with these series, the daily readings even. So now, one of the things too that because I've had a call to a different event tonight, as in I was going to do, it's a Lenormand thing, but I'm going to have to postpone. Like, it's every Sunday night, but tonight I'm not going to be able to do it. So even though I put it in the link somewhere yesterday, I think, or Friday, I can't remember, it won't be on tonight. So if anyone has actually paid for that, it'll be, you've got a credit for the next one, and I'll let you know. So thank you for being here. Keep being in that mode of discovery, the childlikeness, and, be the best person that you can be, even, within that as well, and extra to that, all that you can. Look outside your own box sometimes. And I'll see you here tomorrow morning at about the 8 o'clock as well. So namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that swapped over pretty slow. Bye for now.